NCAA Division II football semifinal. Valdosta State Blazers were victorious over Minnesota State today. Head coach Jermaine Jackson in the middle. On his right is Joko Willis, and on his left is Alonso Franklin. Coach, please open with a statement about today's game.
First Corinthians 3:6 says, I planted a seed, Apollos watered it. God's been making it grow, man. These guys bought into that back in August. And that's kind of been our theme of watering the seed. Obviously, we've been doing that all season with every game we've played. These men and women in our locker room have been successful. We have not lost, obviously, to this point. Very, very proud of our guys in the locker room for playing for the man in the helmet, not the logo on the side of the helmet. Also very proud of our staff and our coaches, our support staff. It takes a lot of people to get to this point. We aim to be second at this press conference all the time because the advancing team is second, and here we are. I'm from Houston, Texas. We got a couple flights booked on Wednesday to Texas. We're going back to the Dallas area, and we're excited about being there. We'll enjoy this one for the next part of the day, and then we'll get ready to take on whoever we might take on tomorrow.
Coach, how did that Gatorade shower feel?
Always good. I don't even like it. You know, we Powerade. We got to be very careful around here with that. We're Powerade, but I don't even like Powerade. Man, I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I probably should have said that. But you know, anytime that happens, that means you're successful. But really, the shower belongs to the guys. The shower belongs to this collective. These guys took a chance on us a long time ago. Alonso didn't have to come here. He had options. Joko didn't have to come here. He had options. These guys had options, man, and these guys chose us, and we're excited about that. We love them for that. We look forward to finishing the job.
What can you say about Alonso Franklin today? 5 touchdowns through the air, on the ground.
Dog. It's just that simple. Disciplined, obedient, got a lot of grit. He and I had a conversation that we won't share during the bye week. And from that day on, man, I just think this dude got locked in and focused. He might disagree. He might say he was focused well before then, but it seemed like from that time on, man, this dude has been amazing. I think you scored all the touchdowns today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But, you know, so it's kind of a one-man deal, but there's a whole slew of guys that made that happen for him. And so can't say enough about him nor the collective.
Alonso, you were clearly emotional after the game for obvious reasons. Can you just talk about what you were feeling and what it means to be in this moment heading to Texas next week?
I'm just thankful for the most part. I feel like I ain't supposed to be here, how my cards played out, and I'm just thanking the Lord. Just every second just got to me.
Tyler and Rodney obviously both out. What kind of goes through your mind as a back when you know you're down 2 receivers and you know you're going to get the rock a lot today?
Well, I trust these boys. I knew next man up. We're loaded every position, 3 deep, 4 deep, 5 deep. Next man up mentality. I know we're going to be good.
Was there any thought of you going down before the end zone when you broke out that last run there?
Can you say it again?
Was there any thought about you going down, maybe run out the
Oh yeah, coach told me to if I got the first slide, but that wasn't happening.
We knew he wasn't going down. We said it on the heads.
Coach, talk about the decision. I think it was 4th and 4, the second punt where you guys were able to pin a beat. Was there any thought about going for that there to try to keep your offense on the field and ice the game that way? Or what was your thought process in that and deciding to punt there?
Yeah, there was a thought. We had both units ready. I think we were 2 of 2 today on 4th down. We felt good about that. But ultimately, the numbers play in your favor when you get people backed up from a defensive standpoint. So we felt like with the wind in their face, if we can get a stop and make them punt, we can start on the short field, and it kind of played out that way.
Talk about the 2 punts by Botsford to pin them deep and those in terms of relation to the game, in terms of changing the field position.
These guys will tell you we work that every day. We work that every day. Man, we go OTL. We call that punt team out there. We work the backed up situation. We work the pooch punt situation. Sometimes Noah Botsford in practice, in order so we won't run 110s after practice, has said, "Hey coach, pooch punt inside the 5 for no running," and he's nailed it almost every time. And so it makes me mad because I like to really run him into the ground. But he's really good. We hadn't punted a lot this season. The numbers don't reflect that. He's not going to be All-American because we don't have the numbers. But he is an All-American punter. He's one of the best in the country, if not the best at any level. And so we're excited that he's our punter. We'll continue to rally around him, but also he's a great teammate. You guys need to know that too.
Coach, this is a team that we said, always found a way to stick around and find a way to win. For you guys to be able to kind of put them away and do what you did today, what does it say just about you guys' resilience as a team?
Yeah, it speaks to the resilience. We went through a hurricane. I don't think people really understand that. Like, it's kind of one of those things you had to be involved. Man, these dudes had to pack up and go. And when people talk about resilience and, coach, y'all hadn't been through much adversity in the game, I just reflect back to those moments and that time when we had to go away from Valdosta and be together. We know that we're a resilient group. They wanted to play big boy football. We play big boy football too. And so it just kind of came down to who made the most plays at the end. And we knew, we paint pictures all around on Joko's door in his position meeting room with running backs and quarterbacks. And we try to tell them what people are saying because we believe we got an opportunity to prove ourselves right regardless of what people are saying. And these guys came out today and decided, they made a decision. Determination was the word of the week. Made a decision to be determined and it ended up working for us.
Joko, talk about the defensive stops there at the end where you guys were able to pin them back. What's that mindset going like, knowing that they have to drive the field 90 yards?
Driving 90 yards on that's gonna be taking a long time. So we trying to get out the field fast. So coach sent probably like 2-3 blitzes, like back to back to back. People don't even easy to make plays.
This is a question for all three of you, but Coach, I know you put a message out to the fans talking about they need to show up today, no message boards, all that stuff. I think you guys doubled your record from last weekend. Just thoughts on fans' appearance today and their noise.
I want these guys to answer that. They're here for them.
Yeah, those are the most people I've seen all year, and I felt like that it helped. We had a kid last week saying all our chants, and it was good. So I'm glad they came out and supported us.
Yeah, same thing. I'm glad they came out to support. Go Blazers. I mean, ain't nothing else going on today. It's not at no 12 o'clock.
Is there anything you can say to them to try to will them to make the trip to McKinney?
Hey man, go buy a ticket. Go buy a ticket.
Y'all got it.
You don't want to miss the show.
Y'all got the money. Y'all go get the ticket.
It's a tax write-off. Everybody looking for a tax. I will say this. I want to say thank you to our people for showing up because I look back there and it was crowded. And if we got to go to social media to call you out every time we get you to the game, then we'll get that campaign. We're pretty good at social media. But I will say we're the only team in Georgia undefeated and that I know of. I don't know any other football team undefeated in the state. We're playing for the national championship. Why wouldn't you? If you ain't got nothing else to do on December 21st, why wouldn't you try to make your way to Texas? These guys, they deserve that. Nobody knows how these guys go to work every day. It's week 18 that we've been together, and we're doing things that people don't do after week 4. So these guys deserve that. The collective deserves to be supported, and I can't wait to get out there to find out who's gonna come.
Coach, you're the 5th Blazer coach to lead a team to the national championship in program history, to the national championship game. Talk about that, but also, we noticed at the end of the game, you had a nice conversation with Reinhardt. Kind of what summary, how did that go and kind of, just for the man who hired you?
I think Herb Reinhardt might be the greatest talent identifier and coaches that is around. You don't get 5 coaches to go to the semifinal national championship game and have these opportunities, man, with a program where every 3 to 45 years there's a new coach because of that success. Man, Herb Reinhardt gave me an opportunity after not knowing me from Adam. Marty McGinn gave me an opportunity after not knowing me from Adam. You guys, one day we're gonna write a book or get a Netflix story on how that went down. You know what I mean? I was way across the country, man. These dudes, they got a call. They got a call that told them they should take a look, and they did. And that's not normal. And so I'm very appreciative of that. Man, when Mr. Reinhardt retired, I told him we wasn't gonna let him down. I understood that history and that standard. All but one guy that he's hired has been at this point. That's amazing, man. And so we really don't take that lightly. We talk about that history as a program and what it means. Valdosta State was 6-0 in semifinal games leading up to the day. We talked about that. That's not normal. And we got a lot of programs and all that stuff across the country, but that ain't normal. And so I'm forever indebted to Herb Reinhardt, Marty McGinn. man, Marty McGinn showed me around this town, and we're gonna finish the job for those gentlemen right there.
Coach, it's been a heck of a season, but the job's not over. How do you balance the celebration of, hey, you're going to the national championship with, now let's go win the national championship?
It's kind of like Cinderella, man. When the clock strikes 12, we'll be on to whoever we're gonna play. But we're not gonna miss an opportunity to enjoy this time. These guys have been working extremely hard. They ran their own practices in the summer. These guys have been around football for a long time. So we're gonna take this next 12 or so hours and really get ourselves together, get our minds around. I think there's a staff Christmas party later on. We're gonna get some sugar cookies and some fruit punch, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. So, and then we'll get them back in the realm of the things tomorrow at 12, and we'll get on to the opponent. But we're not gonna miss this. We're not gonna be so out of tune that we don't enjoy the fruits of our labor thus far.
Any more questions?
Alfonso, can you just talk about your relationship with Sammy Edwards, not just as a ball carrier, but as an option out the backfield in the passing game?
Yeah, Sammy's just know his teammates. Our relationship is good. We talk now and then. He just know to look for 2-5 gonna make a play. So that's that.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.